Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, August 11th, 2022, and you can find this, the real 163 podcast, on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. And you can now find every single Working Class Nerds episode on the YouTubes. You can watch me terribly fail at video games, even with friends, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And yes, the both of us are on the Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern, that's NICKVER. And in this week's episode, we're talking with Ironworker Gaming. Ironworker is a YouTube content creator who releases not one, but two epic Destiny 2 videos every single week. So welcome to the show, Ironworker, aka aka Ironworker Gaming, aka Ironworker 814. And what have you been up to?
Well, working. Summer, so I'm playing some golf and trying to get out as many Destiny videos as I can.
Very nice.
Not always easy with that schedule, but
yeah, that's a lot.
Well, so I don't golf, but that's like 3 hours with your buddies, right?
Yeah.
Like get out of the house.
depends how many beers you have afterwards, you know, might be 5, 6.
Right.
Okay.
So like paintball
it's a day,
basically.
you know.
It's a day. All right. So yeah. And then, you know, with work, what time do you start?
6 a.m.
You start at 6 a.m.?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that when you leave your house?
I start at 6 a.m. I'm up at 4:15, out the door by 20 after 5.
I'm impressed.
Okay. What is your normal bedtime?
Usually about 9 o'clock.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, that's when I'm dozing off on the couch, at least. My wife will wake me up and say, hey, upstairs about 10:30, you know.
Okay, so the real time you go to bed is about 10:30.
Yeah, we can say that. That's fair.
I'm still raging at 10:30.
I know.
But I start at 7:30 in the morning. Honestly, I don't think I could go back to that schedule.
What?
Like starting early.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. My body like shades later anyways. Like my natural bedtime is when my body likes to fall asleep is like midnight. But going to bed earlier than that, I have to like try.
I think your body's just used to it.
Like, what do you mean? Going
to bed at midnight.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm usually in bed by like 11, but like I'm on my fucking around my phone for an hour or whatever.
Sure,
no doubt.
Yeah.
So I have to ask this first and foremost. So you make videos about Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite gun in Destiny?
Ooh.
I'm shooting it off right away.
It's the interview before the interview.
Yes.
It's Suros Regime.
Oh.
It was an original Destiny 1 vanilla exotic. I got it pretty early on, and it's just kind of been like my gun. When I think of Destiny, Suros Regime is the gun that I think of.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
It's not fantastic right now, but I mean that's the gun that I associate Destiny with.
I feel the same way about the Huckleberry. The Huckleberry is my baby.
Yeah. Huckleberry's good.
That's my baby. Even if it's not good and I don't use it, it is my baby.
I mean, I see it popping off all the time with Osteostriga.
Well, I love that gun. Okay, so I like the Osteostriga because A, it murders people. B, it murders people. C, it does tick damage. So even though I shoot you and you run around the corner, it's continuing to hurt you. And it has bullet tracking. So my pray and spray method works.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like if you were to tailor make a gun for Marcus, it would be that.
Yes, 100%. Like all I need is like a sniper rifle or a scout rifle to have a little bit of tracking, and I'm in.
That would be OP though. A scout rifle or sniper with tracking.
I'm just
Like defeats the purpose of those,
maybe I'll just download one of those things.
Well, there is a scout rifle that can have tracking on it.
Which one's that?
Symmetry.
How do I get it?
I believe it is in the exotic weapon kiosk.
Huh.
And it looks like this.
Oh yeah.
That looks cool.
It is a sweet looking weapon.
That looks like
You're a Shadow Keep, I think. So 2 years ago, maybe.
That looks like
Season of the Dawn.
What's the expansion I played?
Oh, the Witch Queen?
Yes, thank you. It looks like it's straight from what's the Witch Queen's name again?
Just get out.
That's fair.
Savathun.
Savathun, thank you. It looks like something from Savathun's Throne World is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's like very similar architecture.
Yeah, it's like a hive. Looks like a hive gun.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, anywho, after I just completely lost my Destiny 2 nerd card.
No, dude, you're not, but you're not. You're a story player. Like, you play the story, you played the campaign. You're like, this campaign is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
You played it solo for the most part. You enjoyed it, and then you move on. You're not an MMO style gamer.
That's true.
You're a story player. So, like, when the new expansion comes out for Destiny, I'm guessing you're going to play it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to play it, and you're going to go, okay, that was fun. Move on to the next thing.
That's
pretty
the
much
exact same way I was with Destiny 1. I played it, I did all this stuff, and I'm like, now what? My buddy's like, well, we keep playing the game to get better stuff, to do the stuff we did a little bit better. And I was like, huh? Like, that's it?
Yeah.
But
well,
I fell in love with it eventually. It's a fun loop.
I get you. It's just, I'm not an MMO guy. That's all.
I totally get that side of it.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can go first.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, Marcus, what have you been up to this week? Thanks, Nick, for asking. Wow.
See how I just hung you out to dry there?
Yeah, you just hung me out to dry. That's fucking great. Thank you so much, Nick. So
I forgot I have to ask.
So this past week has been awesome, busy, awesome, and nostalgic. Okay. So years ago, I'm going to go back in the Wayback Machine. When I was playing paintball, that's how long ago it was. Destiny 1 came out.
Yeah.
And my teammates were hooked on it. They would play paintball and then they would go home and just play Destiny until all hours of the night.
Oh, yeah. Who was it, Shane? That was playing a lot?
Kevin and Brian.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. So what I was saying is, and I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, you got to give it a try. And I'm like, nah, Star Wars The Old Republic only. Like, right. I couldn't not play that game.
Yeah, you couldn't put it down.
Yeah, like it was so good at that point. And anyway, so then time passes on, going to the Way Forward machine. And then I started playing Destiny 2, but I've always wanted to play Destiny 1. So I have an Xbox and I was like, I wonder if I can play Destiny 1 on the Xbox. Okay. Well, sure as shit you can. And they do a trial where you get like 10 hours free.
Okay.
Like you can play up to a certain point or play for 10 hours.
Yeah.
So I said to the kids, hey kids, you guys want to punch aliens? They're in. So, because there's no real blood in Destiny.
Yeah, they just like fall over.
And if there is, I can't tell really.
Yeah.
So first of all, going from keyboard and mouse to a controller is terrible.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what the hell you're doing at all.
It is a stark difference.
Yes. Yeah. Like, here's where I'm going to infuriate people.
Okay.
Stop playing with a controller. It is whack.
Yeah, I mean the aiming's terrible.
Oh my god!
The movement too.
The movement I can flow with the movement because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
From all the years, but dude, the aiming is terrible. I'm trying to shoot this guy in the head, and my stick is just floating around, and I'm going, "Oh my god!" Even with aim assist, this is terrible.
Right? You just need that little bit to get on target, and you shoot by him by 5 feet, and yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like for the people who play on console.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You do this every time.
I just can't say that word anymore.
It's a good thing you don't play like on a console, otherwise you'd just be screwed.
I would just talk about Xbox or Play. So if you play on an Xbox or PlayStation, hats off to you because I get murdered by you in the Crucible in Gambit, but like it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like going back, I should say.
Yeah.
But so I'm playing vanilla D1, never done it before right now. it's really different. Couple things that I've noticed right out of the gate. The fact that you don't have unlimited primary ammo is the dumbest thing ever. They should just add that to it. Secondly, the tower is very different.
Yes.
From D1 to D2. I feel like they wanted in D1, it feels more like a mall with like kiosks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's the mall cart guy that's buying the gold. There's the mall cart guy selling the wallets. And then there's the mall guy selling the calendars. You know what I mean?
Here's the pretzel guy.
Yeah, the pretzel guy. Right. Yeah. And that's what it feels like there.
Betty's or whatever it is.
Right. But I kind of dig the tower in D1 better because I feel like I feel like there's no point for the tower to be as big as it is in Destiny 2.
Yes.
I understand why they did that for scale to like have the ship area be like this big hangar area for scale. I get it. But really, truly, there's no reason why Banshee and Ada can't be next door to each other. It's like they just got to make it more difficult that you have to quick travel to place to place.
Yeah.
But other than that, the other weird thing is if you're a PC gamer, you are not used to the TV being 8 feet away from your face.
Oh yeah, no, that's terrible.
It's awful. Okay,
and you've got like the the smartphone taped to the wall in your basement that I'm sure you were playing on with the kids.
It's a 50-inch, but you're right.
It's so far away. You might as well have your phone up there.
I'm like squinting at it going, is this just pixelated or is this just terrible? Right? So I ended up standing up like 3 feet from it and it was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, unless you have like an 86 like your dad, like, I can't imagine
playing a first-person shooter on that. Yeah. Like
it would be amazing.
Oh, on the 86 would be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's like playing on a movie theater.
That's what I mean.
That thing is crazy.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, unless you're playing on something like that, it's not, I don't find it to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like I would need to, even if I played on a console, I would need to have like the screen right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nothing in your peripheral. Just
right.
Right.
So
I feel like maybe you could get away with that with like a slower paced game. Like, I don't know.
No, I tried to play like Breath of the Wild. Even Mario Kart, it seems
tricky.
Yeah, like it's going to sound like I'm a grumpy grandpa and I'm just bleh about consoles.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel natural anymore to be 8 feet away from the screen.
Yeah.
I think that's not that it's bad. Even if I was in front of the 86 at your dad's, it still would feel like I'm too far away.
Yeah. Well, you're using different, like, muscles in your eyes to like focus that far away too.
Right.
It's different.
But anyway, so D1 is really fun. I'll be talking about that every week because I'm making it a part of my weekly ritual with the kids to just, even if they play it with me for 10 minutes, but like on my off stream nights and off content creation nights, I've been playing it and it's fun. Now I haven't gotten to the point yet where they have asked me to buy the game. And I don't know what I'll do at that point because I actually have an opinion about Destiny 1.
Okay.
And so it's $60, gives you all the content and a level 40 boost, which I don't know if level 40 is a max character or not. I don't know what that is in Destiny.
I think it was, yeah. I believe
so they give you a boost if you buy it for $60. But I don't know. Okay, so hear me out on this. I don't know if I want to buy it. Like, I want to buy it to play it, but I also kind of wish they would just shut the servers off on D1 and focus 100% on D2 or Destiny Online. Thanks, Gator. Because I feel like if they just made one game, just put all the content on there and you pick what you want to download. So if you want to download a terabyte,
fantastic.
Right. Like if you want a terabyte you want to buy a hard drive just for Destiny, what do they care?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I understand they would have to do individual patches for individual things.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like Destiny 1 is just taking resources away from the current game because they're never going to add content to Destiny 1
right.
again.
It's never being updated again, but to have everything just in like one centralized location would be great.
Right. So that's my opinion. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I finished the Solstice event, got my glowy. Everybody who's negative about it, I'm sorry. I love that event. That is the only event in Destiny that I've played, and I'm a newer player. This is my second or third time doing the Solstice. Yeah, Solstice 2022. Yep. Thanks, Jamie.
I know I've definitely become the de facto Jamie.
Yeah, you definitely have. No, go back. Just go to images. Like, who fucking cares about that?
Oh,
images. Yeah, that's the Titan.
This one?
Nice. All glowy. The Titans are the best. Anyway, but what I was saying is,
relax.
So what I was saying is people have complained that that have played the game for a long time. They're like, it's a grind for nothing, blah, blah, blah. I like the Solstice armor because you can earn the armor that you wear. And the only way you get it to glow is by earning it. Every other awesome armor in the game, you actually have to pay for.
Right. Get your Bright Dust, get it from Eververse. Yeah.
Right. Well, get it for Bright Dust or even Silver. Some of the best armor is not Bright Dust. It's always for sale.
Just open your wallet. Yep.
Right. And this armor is beautiful and you earn it. So when you're running around with it, it's like, hey, that dude grinded for that gear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that. I respect it.
So I personally really like that side of that event. And it gives me a chance to play with everybody and do some cool shit. Whatever the activity is, I love it. I'm super excited about the skill-based matchmaking that they announced last week. We talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
But I've been playing a lot more PvP, and I'm not a pro at PvP, but I'm actually really looking forward to this.
Not a pro.
No, I'm not. Yeah, the guy who loves Osteostriga because it has tracking, right? But what I was going to say is it's fun for me. Believe it or not, it's giving me the nostalgia of Call of Duty back in the day. Like because you can die and then you respawn right away.
Okay.
The pacing's the same. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where like Battlefield, you die and then you have to wait 10 seconds to spawn.
That's
and then you spawn.
Then you walk for 15 minutes. And
just to get sniped after you get into the city, right?
Yeah.
Because if everybody in your squad is dead, you can't spawn in the area. Right. So
or you spawn on the one guy who's like laying behind a 2-foot wall and he's laying down and you spawn in standing up and insta get sniped.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get that guy killed and he's pinging you going, you're an asshole.
Right.
I had him. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's the truth. So
exactly
no doubt.
Yeah.
But I will say that I have been enjoying it more. And I think it's because of I'm playing it to play it. I could give a shit win or lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I ever get into like a ranked thing, and I'm not talking about like Trials of Osiris, because like Trials, I want to do it just for the guns. Like I got the scout rifle from Trials and I love that gun. I love it.
Great gun. It is a great gun.
Yeah, I love that gun.
Yeah.
So my point is, it's become like it's something to do, but I'm definitely not good enough to do Trials. Those people that play that, they can handle their own.
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to skill-based matchmaking. So Sunday night, Sunday. Free Ride and I and Aylin, we jumped in. So let me back up. I haven't been 1585. 1585 means you can do a Grandmaster. Free Ride's been asking. Got to get it up. And I just play the game to have fun. So, like, I never focus on any of the challenges that need to happen.
Yeah, it's like grind to get to 1585.
Right. Yeah. I didn't focus. So then he was like, did you do this? No. Did you do this? No. Did you do this? No. He goes, what the fuck? Let's go. So we played for probably 4 hours or something. I don't even know how long we played. Maybe it was Saturday night. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was in there for a little bit of that.
All right, so
it's Saturday, and it's mega.
Anyway, so
They all
I
do the
grinded and grinded, but we did it, and then we finished it. And he's like, I was like, wow, I made it to 1585. He's like, we're doing a GM right now. I was like, right now? It's like 11:45. He goes, I didn't just fucking grind with you for hours to not do a GM. So I did my first Grandmaster. And
what was it, an Insight Terminus last week?
I don't know. It was on Nessus.
Nessus. Yep.
So it was fun. I learned that you have to be patient.
Yep.
And it's all about the high ground.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, not Insight Terminus. I know which one you're talking about, though.
Was it?
It has like the drill.
Yep.
Did your former master destroy your limbs because they had the high ground?
So it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about just the strike in general.
Okay.
And like little things that you can do that like they're not cheats, but they're like, I'll give an example. So you can stand on, like when you go down to where like the drill area is and there's all these dogs, you just stand on these yellow, like I call them like barricades. You stand on top. The dogs can't attack you. They don't respawn. You wait for the thing to come over to shoot you out of there. As soon as that comes, you run and jump on it and you're out. And you don't have to worry about dying from dogs.
Okay. Nice.
Right. So that was Saturday night. I did that. It was awesome. Sunday, Ven and Carmen, you guys all know Ven and Carmen's a part of the Day One team. They took me back in there and we farmed it. Okay. I never understood why anybody would ever want to do Grandmasters because it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like there's certain ones like Light Blade or Light Blade.
Light Blade, yeah.
Yeah. I will never do that on Grandmaster. There's
Stupid
zero
tough.
chance. Yeah, and if I do, I'm going to stand at the entrance and just walk forward and backward to keep the server thinking I'm in the game. The other two are going to do it. I am not doing that Grandmaster. But anyway, so what I was saying is, now that I've done it, I understand why people do it. You get so much rewards from that.
Really?
Like,
oh yeah,
dude, when it was like you hit the jackpot at a casino. Bing, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And they're like, welcome to GMs. And my inventory was full, and I was like, whoa,
wow,
yes. And I was like, okay, now I understand why people do it because you actually get rewarded.
Yeah,
from the content.
Well, that's good. That's like how it should be.
I agree, but I never witnessed it, and now it's like. Now I've had a taste of it.
Oh, you got the itch.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to go back to yes, I'm hooked, but here's the other side of that.
Okay.
But I am a community first streamer.
Yeah. So not everybody can do it.
Not everybody can do it. And I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And doing Grandmasters reminds me a lot of Nightmare Raiding and
I was just going to say.
So like, I am like Clydesdale with the fucking blinders on the side of my face, not looking at chat, not looking at anything. Just hyper focused and tense. Yeah. Like your shoulders are a little sore after doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. GMs are kind of like playing chess, you know? The rest of Destiny's checkers. GMs, you know, you really have to pay attention, watch your positioning, and
right.
It's a different monster.
Yeah. So then my final thing is, so as you guys know, Wednesday nights have become like dude night.
Yes.
So it's myself, Nick, and his dad. We get together every Wednesday. A couple weeks ago.
My dad, who's your uncle?
Well, right.
Yeah.
My uncle, his dad, whatever. Yeah. But my point is, dude night was postponed the week before because Nick's dad he's got a lot of sand down under. So he had to get his back cleaned out because he's a pussy.
In crevices.
So anyway, my point is,
you know what's funny? You like censored yourself to say down under, and then called him a pussy. Like you couldn't decide where to say that.
No, I didn't know how to explain it, and it came out messed up. We'll take it out. We'll do it in post. Anyways, so we did get together.
I'm leaving it in.
Yeah, no, of course we're leaving it in. We don't edit shit.
I know.
So anyway, my long story short is my wife knows it's dude night. And I get home from work about 5:15.
Wait, did we tell the
Wait, I'll
fish tank
get to
story?
it. I'm going to get to it.
Okay. All right.
And she says, "Hey, great news." What's that? I got movie tickets for tonight. And I was like, cool. And I was like, so what time are you guys leaving? She goes, I got 4. Oh, what are we going to see? Super Pets. I was like, okay. Looks like a sweet movie. Kevin Hart, The Rock. It's going to be funny. No, dude, it was fucking hilarious. Okay.
Well, that's not what Angry Joe said, but okay.
Well, Angry Joe is a dude with no kids. Like, that dude is just angry all the time. I enjoyed it. There was some stupid bullshit in it, but it was still it was still a good movie and I had fun. But anyway, I digress on the quality of the movie. Okay. My wife did it out of spite.
I think so too.
So if you guys
go to she told you that.
No.
Well, you can confirm this, or you just have a feeling.
It's a hypothesis.
So we're dating back about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before we went on vacation, so maybe a month and a half.
Yeah.
The kids, I worked all day. I was exhausted, and I walked through the door.
I think it was like 7 or something.
Yeah, so it
was like pretty late.
No, it was a normal time. I think it was like 5:30, but it was hot. I was tired. She didn't work that day, and I get home, and she calls and says, "Can you pick up dog food?"
Yeah, you're like in the driveway.
I'm in the driveway, and I was like, "What? You were home today. Why didn't you go with the kids?" I got the gurgle. So I go to I'm like, fuck. All right, fine. I didn't even get to go in the house. I just went. And I could have gone right after work, but she waited until I was home because she said my daughter wanted to go, but my daughter really didn't want to go. So now I'm like extra irritated. So I walk through the pet store door, and what's in the big display case?
Right in the front.
10-gallon fish tank on sale, $59.99. I can't remember how much it was. I'm like, huh. My fucking wife hates fish. I love fish.
You see where this is going.
So I was in my irritated state. My kids always wanted fish. So I show up with a fish tank. She's instantly mad. She's like, "You're doing this out of spite." And I was like, "No, the kids really want fish and I do too." She goes, "I'm not fucking taking care of that fish tank." And I'm like, "No, you're not." Okay. So
it's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
It was on sale.
It was on sale. That's what I said. Those are my exact words. I got a deal was the words. Okay. So I got the fish tank, blah, blah, blah. I fed the fish for about a week, and I'm just like, you got it. Going to work. And you can say it's an ultimate and dick move. It's not intentional. Okay. No, it's not intentional that I don't feed the fish. I'm just terrible at that stuff. I'm good at a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that stuff. Like, I'm the type of guy, I love my dogs, but like my wife likes to feed my dogs every single day at 4:30, 4:35, the latest every single day. So by like 3:50, my dogs are like hyperventilating because they know it's dinner time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where me, it's like, what's the difference if they eat at 4:30 or 5:15?
Yeah.
There is none. You know what I mean? But my wife is a creature of habit, and I respect that.
Yeah.
So I think she knew it was dude night, got the tickets,
and then presented them like last minute on purpose.
And I was like, okay. And I was like, all right. Well, I still would have been I would have been 10 minutes late to the normal dude night time.
No, you would have been like a half hour late.
Okay, half an hour late, but
45, which means 45 minutes.
No, I would have been there at 8:35.
You would have been there at 9:15.
No. Anyways, does not matter.
Okay.
Zero matter.
I'll review the math after this.
All right. So long story short is I didn't get to go to dude night, and I was pretty PO'd about it. Not really, because I got to spend time with my kids. And if you have little kids, you know, going to the movies is fucking amazing with the little kids.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
because it's big, it's loud, it's everything.
It's like
no doubt.
Spectacle.
But I will say, I don't think I'll ever go to the movies with my kids at this age again at 6:30 at night, because my daughter was so exhausted. She's like, "Dad, I'm just tired. I want to go sleep." And I'm like, "All right, you're not enjoying it. We got to do this as a daytime." There's a reason why kids go to the matinees.
Yeah, the matinee's the move.
Yes, because it's cheap.
No doubt.
All right. I've been ranting for a while.
There's nobody there.
I have to move on here, but can I just say one more thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
4 tickets, 2 adults, 2 kids, $50.
Yep.
Guess how much I spent on snacks?
Another 50
About
bucks.
$50.
68 fucking dollars. $68. When she told me, well, it's because my wife wanted a candy. The kids wanted to each their own candy.
Of course.
I got my popcorn. I'm not giving that up. I got my water. Carrie got her soda. And then the kids wanted something called an icy, which I didn't really know what that was.
It's like a slushy or a slush puppy.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But
Ice and syrup.
68 fucking dollars. I said never again. We're going to CVS. You load up your purse.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you get the candy. I'll buy the popcorn. We're
you
done.
can get water and stuff too. Just bring a big purse. Put it all in the purse.
No,
And then you get the only thing you got to buy is the popcorn.
I like the how they have like the extra large size bottles of water at the movie theater now.
You get those at CVS or the gas station.
But then if
too.
it's not like what I like about the movie theater bottled water is it's ice cold when you get it. So like it's not like defrosted sitting in my wife's purse. Because my wife brings like blankets for the kids and shit. It whatever.
Is it the movies or are you guys going camping? It's not. Oh, whatever. I guess you know what? I'm throwing stones out of a glass house because I wear a hoodie to the movie theater no matter how hot it is outside because it's chilly in there all the time.
Dude, I got nothing.
Well,
I'm done.
So Nick, what have you been up to this week? Well, Marcus,
I didn't even get to ask you. I was about to. I was drinking water.
I know. I was trying to make you look bad. So, in The Witcher 3 on stream this week, I finally got the Cat School Witcher gear, which is sweet.
Cat scratch fever.
Yeah. So, which is like,
Meow.
it's hard to get. You have to.
Meow.
So, it's hard to get because you have to find. You can't just like get it. You got to find all the diagrams on how to craft it, and then once you find all the diagrams, which is a whole thing, in like 4 different locations. Then you got to find somebody who can make it because it's like extra nice armor. And then you get it, and it's only the level 17 version. It's the beginner version. Then you can make the enhanced version, which is like level 20 something. And then the superior version, which is like upper 20s. And then like the grandmaster version or something, which is like in the 30s. So I got like phase 1.
It sounds like you're going after, was it the Xenophage or the Lament? I can't remember which one. One of those guns, it was like mission after mission after mission to be able to get the gun. Or the sword. Was it the Lament or was it the Xenophage?
They were both kind of extended quest lines.
All right. So
Xenophage was the one on the moon where you had to solve the puzzles after the lost sectors.
Yes.
Lament was all stuff on Europa.
Which one did you have to do Presage for?
That was... It wasn't Lament. Or no, it wasn't Xenophage. Xenophage was out before that.
I can't remember.
Presage was Dead Man's Tale.
Yeah, but there was, I don't know. I love that quest. But anyways, Nick, I understand what it's like to have to grind for armor.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, now, so if you're level 17 right now and you're using the baby legendary armor, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have to wear the level 17 all the way till 23, or does it scale?
No, it stays at 17. But that level difference is pretty good. I think the armor I was wearing before that was like level 13 or something like that. So it's pretty good. But a lot of my defense is like I can take like potions and stuff, and you can put different runes on it, which give you resistances to certain types of attacks. You can customize the flavor of armor defense depending on the monsters you're facing. So it's not too bad. But then but what's cool about this gear is you can find, so I said it's the cat school gear. There's also like the wolf school, the bear school. There's something else too.
Wait. So out of all of those,
I picked the cat.
Why?
There's also the griffin school, which is way cooler.
No. Don't glaze over the cat. But what made you pick the cat?
So the cat is...
Does it have cat ears?
No. It's just like blue. Actually, I think the master one has a hood, but that's about it. But no, it's the light armor. So it's light armor, and it gives you all kinds of boosts to fast attacks, like with your sword, and like increases your critical hit chances. So it's the attack style is like a bunch of fast sword attacks.
Okay.
So like that's the style I was going for.
Okay.
That's the build I was like, all right, I don't really know. I'm new to The Witcher, so I don't know like Some of the other armors are more geared towards like using the magic stuff or
Right.
using like being super, like the bear armor is heavy armor and it's like makes you a tank basically. So you just absorb a lot of armor and makes your defense crazy high.
How deep are you into The Witcher right now?
I'm still in Novigrad, so I'm in.
Okay.
I think but I'm about to go to Skellig.
Are you a Witcher guy
Nice.
too?
I loved Witcher 3.
It's
probably one of my favorite games I ever played.
Yeah, me too. I don't know, when I first played it, I like wasn't super into the lore. I think I was playing Fallout 4 at the time and was just into that, so I couldn't like put other lore aside. I kept comparing it to things and I couldn't like let myself get immersed. But now that I've revisited it, I'm like all in. Totally.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Go ahead.
Oh, I really didn't have a point I was going to make. Just
confirming
that it is a great game.
Yeah.
Well, I think too you were ready for a game to dive into.
Yeah.
Because you were hard into
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's it. You were like in it, right? And you finished it, and then you went through that like lull period of like, oh, I miss Horizon Zero Dawn. It was
trying to find
good.
something.
Yeah, like Call of Duty. Oh, I'm gonna try this. You played Destiny Witch Queen.
Yeah.
And you played a couple games, and then like I think you fell into The Witcher at like the perfect time.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, I like I don't know why. Over time, I've always found myself diving into a single player RPG like that. Well, in general, but particularly in the summer. Like, I think 'cause it's so hot outside, it's nice to like escape the heat and just like play a game, which is completely counterintuitive. You'd think that'd be a winter thing,
but you do it in the winter too.
I know, but like, I don't know. I just associate like, I think it was because like, I don't know. In my head, I associate grinding in Skyrim and the Fallout games like after football practice.
Okay,
I would
that
like
makes
have
sense.
Like, so it'd be like I was a kid, in high school or whatever. I'd have like the early morning workout or whatever, like super early in the morning, and then it'd be blazing sun outside, and I would just be in the basement playing. That's where the computer was. I set it up on the big screen, and it's like cool because it's extra cool in the basement because the AC in the house makes the basement cool.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. I think because in our area, and we live in New England,
yeah,
and in our area, I would say the most popular time in our area is fall.
Yeah,
I feel like in fall everybody is outside.
100%.
Everyone's coming up to look at the leaves and
yeah. But like there's like fall activities, like people do stuff. I don't know. You do stuff outside because it's
moderate. The temperature's mild.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you can go do like pumpkin picking and apple picking. And like,
during the day it gets to like 70s, like even at high 70s, and at night it gets to the 40s, and it's like perfect temperature.
Yeah, in the evenings it's like,
and I'm miserable because I know it's fucking coming.
I know.
Ugh.
But it's nice. You got football season. You can have tailgates outside. You can still do, I don't know, fall you're doing more stuff outside, I guess. But in the summer, it's like, yeah, you can do beachy things, but like, I don't know. It's so humid here in the summer that I don't know. I don't like being outside for a long period of time.
I fucking love it.
Well, I do too. Compared to the winter, I'll take the summer all day. But
I love the fucking summer.
Yeah, I like the heat. I just don't like the humidity.
I love the heat. I will say though, okay, doing like siding and windows, it ruined my outside work capabilities. And what I mean by that is, let me rephrase. Outside homework responsibilities.
Okay,
like I work like the beginning part of my career, I worked outside spring, summer, fall, winter.
Yeah.
And when you're outside in the beating sun all day long for 10 hours,
yeah,
you get home, the last fucking thing you want to do is mow the lawn.
Right.
The last thing.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
So I don't mow the fucking lawn anymore.
I
got my fucking friends who are landscapers, and they're like, Marcus, how much do you make an hour? And I said, it doesn't matter. They're like, it does. How about this? 1 hour of your pay a week will go to mowing the lawn. Done.
Worth it.
Wait
a minute. So I don't have to start a lawnmower. I don't have to bag my own grass.
How far will these guys travel?
Yeah, right?
Exactly. And my wife says she calls me a bougie asshole because of it. But I'm like, Carrie, that's one less thing I have to worry about. Because if I have to mow the lawn, I'm going to come home from work and I'm not going to mow it for a week because I'm exhausted. Then you're going to complain that it's 8 inches tall and it looks like a fucking hayfield. You know what I mean? Hire a guy.
It looks like Jumanji.
Exactly. No, that's what it looks like down under. Anyways, oh my God. Anyway, yeah. So
moving on.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
Just the Witcher stuff. I just want to make a couple points. It's crazy because like you're saying, where am I? I feel like there's so much story still. I haven't found Ciri yet. I still got to go to Skellige, which is like a whole nother map. It's a big island. I have not even touched yet. I think the area I'm in is probably the biggest map. I haven't actually looked it up, but I'm assuming it's the biggest section because it's enormous. But still, I feel like I'm like halfway through the story because the level cap or like the recommended starting level for the Blood and Wine expansion, which is after the main story, is 34 for all those quests, and I'm at 17. So I'm like not even halfway in the level like progression.
But are you doing the typical Nick thing where you're doing all of the side quests?
I'm doing almost all the side quests.
So you're already over leveling yourself
a little bit, yeah, but not crazy amounts. Like I think the levels, the quests for this area are like, I don't know, in the high, 15, 16, like around there. I'm level 17 now, but I'm not that much over leveled,
Well, that's the thing about The Witcher. Like with Skyrim, like when you weren't doing like the main quest, you could kind of feel it.
Yeah,
but for me with The Witcher, like I'd go off on like a side quest and think it was the main quest.
Yeah.
And 8 hours later, I'd be like, oh, that was a side quest? Like,
exactly.
Oh,
okay. That's what's crazy. I keep finding like I would go to do like I come home for lunch because I have like a 8 to 10 minute commute. So I'll come home and like, oh, let me just start a quest. And like, I'll get through like one objective. You know what I mean? And like, these quests there's very few that are like, go here, kill this thing, come back. Like even the Witcher contracts that are supposed to be pretty much that, go there, track the monster, kill it, come back. Like a lot of those are really involved too. Most of these quests are like completely fully fleshed out.
Oh wait, but it wasn't the monster you thought it was.
It was actually this other monster. It was little Jimmy like fell down a well and now he's a ghost. It's like, what? But wait, little Jimmy actually stabbed his sister.
Yep.
So it's a double ghost combo. That's a different thing. Like, I don't know. It's always got a crazy twist.
So what I'm hearing is now I can understand because I've never had like an opportunity to see this.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to understand that how do I say it? Now I'm starting to understand that The Witcher, why people were so upset with like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Because how big The Witcher was.
Right.
Because The Witcher 1 was huge, Witcher 2 was huge, and Witcher 3 was huge.
Yeah.
And obviously 1 and 2 weren't as big, but I think like technical limitations for it.
Yeah, and like they fleshed out the combat is now like way better than the first two games. It's
right.
like different style.
Yeah.
Stuff, so.
But the point I'm trying to make is then you have Cyberpunk and it's like, what is this?
It fell short of expectations that were so elevated after The Witcher 3.
Yeah. I think the concept of Cyberpunk is amazing. I think they were trying to be like the Crisis of 2001, where like it was going to become the benchmark video game, like GPU test to see how good it could be, because that game is beautiful. I just think it fell short because they couldn't, with the graphical capabilities of 2020, I don't think they could do everything that they wanted to do, and so many resources went to graphics and not the story.
Yeah, the time frame that the developers were given, like the one guy was saying he was like shocked when they announced at E3 when the game was going to release. He was like, "Oh, I thought this was going to release 3 years from now," and they're like, "Next November" or something like that.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, oh boy. That's crazy.
But Nick, that's why I know you love The Witcher, because when you come home from work and I talk to you and you're like, "Oh, I'm just doing a side quest."
Yeah.
And before I go back to work while I eat my sandwich, that's how I know you're hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not even halfway done.
It's crazy. I cannot believe the amount of content. And like for reference, in the first area, I forgot what it's called. Vizima? It was a lot smaller. I did every single. I hit every single question mark on the map and everything before I moved on to Velen, where like Novigrad is and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I got to this one, I'm like, I'm never gonna finish this. There's like, it's not. It's like completely. I should pull it up after the show and just show you. But like, it's completely daunting how much extra stuff there is. It's
yeah,
like,
I mean,
at least 8 times the amount of
if
stuff.
you played the game for like 4 hours a day, you could spend months in that area.
Just that area.
Yep.
It's crazy. I never realized the depth of like content there is.
But I know you will do all the side quests.
Oh yeah.
Before you finish the game.
Yeah, actually I can't do one of them and I'm pretty pissed about it.
Why?
Because a character died and I was supposed to get his in the story and I was supposed to play him in Gwent first. At the card game and get his card. I'm like, fuck, I didn't get the card. I was like, I'll like revisit the Gwent stuff later. And then it was like, oh, play, get the unique Gwent cards from like players in this area. I'm like, okay.
And that
so then,
quest
like,
reminder is forever sitting in your inventory.
Yeah, and then like at the bottom it was like a red X. Someone get card from this person who died in the story. I'm like, fuck, I couldn't get it.
Oh, so you can't ever go back and get it. That's done.
Yeah,
move along.
Yeah, or like there was another quest was like, what was cool too. There's another one who was like, I don't want to give away sports.
Dude, the game is like 12 years old.
Okay,
I'm
whatever.
Pretty sure you can spoil
it. It was like I forgot what it is, but you can give. It's a quest with Triss, and it's like you get like basically the quest is like give. I think it's Radovid's hunting the witches, and is like, okay, give this crystal from this Priscilla, a witch he's hunting, to Triss. Or give it to Radovid and like approach Radovid with the information you found about Priscilla. And then like, so I'm going through the story and I gave it to Triss. And then I got an X that said, give the crystal to Yennefer. And I'm like, that was never even an option. But if I like wait and then don't give it to her until I go to Skellige and see Yennefer, that's going to pop up.
Yep.
Well, I was like, well, wait a minute. I want to do that. So I loaded the save like a half hour back or whatever. And it was like, well, I'm going to do that instead. What the hell?
Yeah, now I'm curious.
Yeah, now I'm curious. I want to see what happens if I give it to Yen instead. And honestly, like I'd rather do stuff with Yennefer. That's the playthrough I'm going for anyways. So yeah, it's crazy. The content in that game is amazing. Speaking of content in that game, Novigrad, I've been there for a long time now. It was wicked cool. It was a little weird going from like rural to city environment in that game. But like I've gotten used to it now. I've explored a lot of it. I understand like where I'm going now. And it's cool that like this game keeps throwing at you like old characters, not old characters, but characters where you've interacted with before. So like you've seen Triss a bunch. I finally met Dandelion officially, and obviously I talked about Yennefer, but like other I forgot I met 2 other Witchers already. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm just enjoying it a lot. I can't. It might be my favorite game ever. It's pretty far up there. But quick.
Well, sidebar here.
Yeah.
You can't say it's your favorite game until you're done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in the running. Like it's definitely top 3, yeah. But how it finishes is, I got to finish it.
And both of the DLCs are amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Blood and Wine is like 80 or 100 hours, isn't it, of content, I think?
I don't know if it's that much, but I almost found it more enjoyable than the base game.
Wow.
Just the setting is beautiful.
I've heard that from a lot of people, honestly.
Okay, so can we just talk about some DLC? I am I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use Mass Effect.
Okay.
So Mass Effect 2 came out.
That's some good DLC, I think.
Right. I never played it because I was done.
Really?
Nope.
It's story expansion stuff though.
Yeah, I know, but I just didn't do it.
Okay.
Maybe I should go back and do it, but I don't know.
Sure one of them is I think it's Mass Effect 2. You meet a Prothean and they become part of your squad. Or whatever they are. The people
I never
that made
played
the
it.
Mass Effect games.
Never played it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem is I really want to play the Legendary Edition.
And just play them all in one shot.
Yes, but
you should do that for stream.
No.
Well, it's like a bonus stream.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
If I play anything else on stream, it's going to be SWTOR.
All right.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. Anyways, but what I'm saying is after I finish a campaign, whatever it is, I'm That was so good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do the DLC because if the DLC isn't as epic as the story was, I'm like, it'll ruin the game. Like, I'll never play it again.
That's fair, I guess. But like,
Or if like
I
they
usually
rushed
check it
it. I don't know.
I liked all the
Anyways.
Skyrim DLC. That was cool.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean though, because some of the Fallout 4 DLC is bogus. Like the machine one was stupid.
That's because that game sucks.
That game was not great. That
No,
was,
Fallout sucks.
well, Fallout is good. Fallout 4 fell short of my expectations.
I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, I did
mean,
not like
it was an adequate video game.
exactly. Yeah, I did not like that they got rid of a lot of the RPG elements,
Yeah.
especially in the dialogue stuff. But
Yep.
I mean, speaking of that, The Witcher does a great job of like giving you options for dialogue to pick stuff with like limited options. That's a perfect example of how to like have your cake and eat it too, and not make it formulaic. Excuse me, and stupid. But anywho, I digress. In completely other news, soccer season started.
Let's go Arsenal Gunners, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna eat some crow here. Liverpool tied Fulham in their first match, which is just terrible.
It's just a first match.
I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that's terrible.
It's like the preseason of the preseason.
They, but I will say, Nunez scored, which is sweet. Their new signing, the Uruguayan striker, which is pretty epic.
Mm-hmm.
So although Liverpool tied, I got some sweet fantasy soccer points. Also, the actual football or American football preseason started this evening, and the Patriots backups all looked pretty good. Hoyer the Destroyer was throwing footballs, and that's all I'll say about that.
In AIE news, Tuesday nights are community clan night in Destiny 2.
Yep.
And mandatory fun night in Star Wars The Old Republic. Both games start at 9 p.m. Eastern. They go till about 11 Eastern. So 2 hours of awesome fun. Come join in, whether you play Destiny or Star Wars The Old Republic. We would love to have you.
And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get our link for the Discord in the top right-hand corner of the website. Click on that, get in the Discord, and ask for a guild invite. Whether or not you play Star Wars The Old Republic or Destiny 2 or Guild Wars 2 or World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14 or Pokemon or The Witcher 3 or any of the other games that we play, we would love to have you.
And one of these days, I just want to talk about Diablo Immortal.
Okay.
And what a sham that is. Nick, I know you have to pee.
I sure do. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So now we're talking all Ironworker Gaming all the time. So I gave you a little shout out in the intro. It was like, it's Ironworker, Ironworker Gaming, Ironworker 814, because that's how you got, like, you saw Marcus originally, right?
I don't know how we found each other.
Yeah,
It was something with the Twitch username.
man. It was the 814.
Yeah,
Okay.
Your Twitch username is Ironworker 814, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And obviously it's Marcus B814.
So what does your 814 mean?
That is my area code.
Let's see, that's Marcus's wedding.
Yeah, I was married in August of 2014. 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, your anniversary was Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah, and my mother-in-law had the kids. She took my dogs. So my house was empty.
Wow.
Okay? Like,
Was it weird?
It's the only way to keep it clean.
For a day?
Yep.
so okay, so coming home to a quiet house was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But my clock and my wife's clocks are two different. So we got home at like 10:30
At night?
at night. And that's like prime time, baby.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you going on your computer?" I'm like, "Nope, hanging out with you."
Yeah.
And
It's the anniversary, sure.
and she's like,
See you later.
Yeah.
like I'm gonna chill I'm gonna play my game because she says she's not a gamer. My wife fucking plays so many mobile games. She plays this like Tetris game now and like some Squirtle game and like or Wordle. Or
Wordle.
Yeah, Wordle. And
She's
she
not-
plays all these computer games. She was addicted to Candy Crush for a long time. I'll never forget. She says that I have a problem. But I remember she was playing Candy Crush and she's like, "Marcus, do you have your debit card on you?" I'm like, "For what?" And she's like, I got to get more lives for Candy Crush. I'm like, what do you mean by lives? She goes, well, I won't get another life for another 8 hours. I'm like,
that's wicked fun.
what do you mean? She's like, I need more lives. I'm like,
Suck.
you run out of lives? And
Yeah.
she goes, yeah, if you lose. I was like, well, suck less. And she's like, I see how it is. You can buy whatever video game you want, and I can't buy lives. And I'm like, all right, go ahead. Well, then, like, the credit card statement came back the next month.
It was like
$1.99, $1.99, $1.99, $6.99. And there was one for like $39.99. She goes, Marcus, it was a daily special. You got like 200 lives for $40. I was like, wait a minute. You're buying lives just so you can play more. I'm like, why are you dying? She goes, it's really hard. And I'm like, you're a gamer. She's like, I'm not a gamer. Gaming is weird. I don't do it. I'm like, what do you mean?
you're doing it right now.
So and she would never let me look at like her screen time on the games.
Oh yeah,
Because I'm like, yeah, you're fucking addicted
it's
to
like 5 hours a day, 7
right.
hours.
Well,
a day.
whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Back at the ranch.
Yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about before. Oh, the 814.
Ironworker 814.
So we get your area code is 814. So why Ironworker?
I am a union ironworker by trade. That is what I do.
So you build bridges?
Well, bridges, like office buildings, skyscrapers, beams, columns. If it's made out of steel in construction, I'm putting it together.
All right.
That's
so
cool.
I'm going to call out your office real quick. So in the back of your office, there's the 1930s workers sitting on the I-beam.
Yes.
In New York City. Okay.
Yep.
A photo of that.
So that has been a point of contention. It's one of my favorite pictures of all time because it shows like how it was back in the day, right? Like there was no safety, anything.
Right.
You got like skyscraper iron workers in the 30s were the highest paid workers there were, but the survival rate was terrible.
Well, yeah, because you just
all. And honestly, not many did, but a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries.
Fuck that. So, but my point is, the point of contention is there's a lot of people that say that photo is staged.
I'm sure it was to a certain extent. I don't think they were all like, hey, let's go sit on that I-beam and eat lunch.
Yeah, I'm sure they posed for the photo.
Yeah, I'm sure the photo was like, can you guys just like sit on that beam and pretend like you're eating lunch or reading the newspaper? And they're like, yeah, okay.
See, I don't think so. I think if you went back in the day, I don't think it was like it was. They didn't have phones. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I remember before, like phones, like there was cell phones, but it wasn't like it is today, where like at lunch was the best because you all talk shit and it was just hanging out, smoke cigs, ripping butts, ripping your lunch, whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
and like
I
that
remember.
to me, like if it's staged, it's staged. Like I don't care. But that right there shows like I'm a tradesman as well. I'm a cabinet maker. And like that right there shows what like life is like for us.
Yeah.
And now I don't sit, 40 stories in the air, but I do understand that atmosphere.
I will say, I feel like the worker. So, like, I've worked a bunch of different jobs. I've worked with you, obviously, doing construction stuff, like interior, carpentry type things.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like, I worked in the ER for like 4 years as an ED tech, and then like I work in an office now for the past few years doing clinical research. But the best lunches, I think, of those three were definitely working with you.
Yeah,
like not just like because I get to hang out with Marcus, but like you're working like manual labor type stuff, right? And then like I would have a folding chair in the back of my car, so I take out the folding chair, you sit down, you're like half on your phone, but you're half like talking shit, and like your brain switches modes. You're still with the same people, but like you're in like relaxation mode, and now you get like, I don't know, it's a totally different vibe. It's way different versus like when I was working in the ER, you take your lunch, but like it's so chaotic and crazy. It's like you have to like de-stress, and it's almost like better to not talk to anybody, because you're talking to patients the whole time.
Right.
You
just want more time by yourself.
So exactly. So it's like, it's not like you enjoy the lunch, your lunch break, but it's like you almost need the lunch break. It's not like this like treat I get. It's like, oh my God, thank God.
No
and then
doubt.
like, yeah. And then now I work in an office. It's like, I'm not, especially this office, everything is so spread out that like I don't really talk to a lot of people anyways. I'm doing a lot of stuff on the computer and sending emails, and then like or like get stuff in patients charts, and then like I just leave for lunch anyway. So it's like I'm kind of by myself the whole time anyways, which is fine. It's not like super lonely, but it's just the fun vibe is not there like it was like when you're doing the menial labor type.
Oh,
job,
for sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you form a bond with the guys you're working with when you're doing, physical work.
No matter how different you are, I couldn't be more different than like any of the people we worked with, And but still,
I will say, shop life lunches are very different than job site lunches.
Yeah.
Like in the shop, it's different. Like we pull out a folding table and we might chat for a couple minutes, but like it's not like when you're on site and like
you're eating on the front steps.
Yeah, the front steps and the electrician's there, the plumber's there, the landscaper's there, and everybody gets together and just talks shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at an Andrew Schultz stand-up event, for 30 minutes. You know
Right.
No doubt.
It's awesome.
So
and you're like, what the fuck are you eating? You had 3 munchkins and somebody's eating salsa. Like,
yeah,
it's awesome.
I'll never forget this dude. I'll call him out. His name is Rashard.
Okay.
This dude is like, he's a big dude. I mean, like, he's like a Brock Lesnar type. Like, he's just big.
Yeah.
Right.
And he worked with us. And that dude used to show up and he would bring like 3 boxes of granola bars, 4 sandwiches, and he would just crush it all at lunch.
Holy shit.
But it wasn't shocking because the guy was just so big and like, he did like, he was like semi-pro, like football player, like just devoured people. You know what I mean? And like,
him,
Of course, you're that big, you need that many calories. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So like, it was just, some of the, and like other guys. And then you see like eating habits, this other foreman, like he would pull out his, like every day he would have the same type of yogurt. And the way he ate it is he would take his spoon and just scrape off like he was like just shaving the yogurt. So it would like curl like a wave on the spoon and eat it.
Really?
And he would eat it like the most graceful fucking person on the planet. And you look at it and you watch it and you're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Just eat the yogurt.
Right. And then there was this other guy who would eat a peanut butter and jelly fucking sandwich every day.
Yeah.
And every fucking day he would open up the sandwich and whatever chips was in his thing, he would put those chips inside the peanut butter and jelly and fucking
on
eat
a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yeah, every day. It didn't matter. Doritos, Cheetos, salt and pepper, sour cream and onion, barbecue, didn't matter. The chips were going on. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, just makes the sandwich taste better. I'm like,
I could probably get behind that with like regular potato chips, maybe, but I'm not going to put like Doritos on it,
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, listen, I'm not here to judge anybody about eating. But then there was this painter. His name was Pedro. This dude, he was like 60. He was the most chill dude on the planet. And he had the best marital advice ever. And this is before I was married.
Yeah.
And I said, what's the key to being married? And he looked at me. He goes, there is no key. And I was like, so how do you survive it? He goes, hearing aids. Turn them off. And I was like, wow, this is great. But anyway, that dude ate soup every day.
Really?
He was the healthiest dude on the fucking planet.
He ate soup
at
for
60,
lunch
and he
day.
ate soup for lunch every day. But my point is,
it's such a Spanish thing.
Right. But when back in the day, there was so much,
all the time.
There were so many people on site and everybody ate different. But when you eat with these people every day, their food habits start to be present, right?
Yeah.
And then, I always called it the New Year's Eve, the New Year's resolution. Yeah. All the guys who like wives are like, you need to go to the gym.
They come in with like a salad
for the first week. And we're all like, oh, it's New Year's Eve, New Year's resolution. Shut the fuck up, Marcus. Marcus, I'll trade you my grilled chicken for that bag of chips.
Right.
I do like grilled chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, sorry, that was a complete rant. But anyways, tradesman. When did you start with YouTube? And why did you pick YouTube videos versus streaming or other like a live streaming?
Okay, well, it started right when COVID started.
Okay.
Our job shut down because of COVID. Company didn't know how to handle it, know how to handle the regulations that were being implemented, and
Yeah.
I always loved Destiny, so I was like, I'm gonna start streaming Destiny.
Okay.
So streaming is where I tried to start until I realized I couldn't talk to myself for 4 hours.
Yeah. Without viewers,
nobody's coming to watch your stream when you first started.
No.
And I couldn't carry on, and entertain people when I
Thank
didn't
God.
even know they were there.
Right. I totally get it. Thank God I have like we had the podcast set up like first, and Marcus was streaming long before I was. So like I would just get carryover from the podcast. Like people that were fans of the podcast would hop in the stream sometimes. So like that's how I have folks in the chat. But like, and now it's a little bit more regular. But
yeah, I remember. I think it was like the 4th live stream I ever did. A guy came in and said something, and I just wasn't expecting anyone to be in there, and I completely missed it.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the comment, and I'm like, someone just tried to talk to me, and I missed them. Completely ignored him. I felt awful, absolutely awful. So I went and looked him up, and he was streaming. So I went into his stream. I'm like, dude, I am very sorry that I didn't respond to you. I didn't see it. I'm not used to people being in the stream. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it, man. It's super cool that you looked me up. He was my first Twitch subscriber. I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Nick, my first live stream, Nick was the only one there, and he helped me get through it because it was rough.
It's really awkward. It is really to like, especially because like you kind of want to, you don't want to just say like be playing a game in silence, especially if the content's not super like story or like engaging.
Right.
So like you want to like be talking and through what you're doing, but like if there's nobody there, it is really awkward.
Yeah, you either better be really good or really entertaining when you first start, or else it's gonna be tough when you get going.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna disagree with that completely. I think when you first start,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like
you're just you're just at the bottom of the list, and it's gonna take somebody to click on your name. Like you found me with the 814, you know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah,
you just click on some random person,
to scroll down and click on your
exactly.
Yeah,
and you get the jump start.
So fast forward. You tried streaming, but like video making is not easy.
Well, all the YouTube or streaming social media channels were like, if you want to start on Twitch, you should have a YouTube channel to supplement it. They said, start doing some videos on YouTube, then move your audience over to Twitch and just start bouncing it back and forth. So I started making videos on YouTube, predominantly because I had this one buddy who was terrible in the Crucible. Terrible. But he wanted to be good so bad. So I was like, I'll make a video kind of talking to him about how he can get better. And then I found out I really, really enjoyed making YouTube videos. I was like, screw streaming. This is fun. Like, I'm having fun making YouTube videos.
Hell yeah.
So that's kind of I traveled in that direction after that.
Well, what's nice too about a video versus live streaming is, I mean, if you want the camera on you, you can have it, but you don't have to. And it's not live.
Yeah.
When you're streaming, you have to be on the entire stream.
Right. And if you fart on camera, you're screwed.
That is hard. That is way harder than people think.
Yeah. Farting on camera, I just rip ass. If you guys watch me, you will see me do the lift up,
the lift and lean combo,
or the jiggle. Like, I'm the same guy on stream. I'm the same guy I am on stream that I am in person.
Yeah. Like,
it doesn't there's one Marcus. You know what I mean? So, but I do understand. Do you use DaVinci?
I do.
Okay.
Nice.
I just learned all this from my video editor, which is Greenbot.
Okay.
He uses that as well.
Yeah, I actually had zero video editing experience before I started. Like, I taught myself everything on the fly, just kind of developed everything as I went. It was, I'm a simple-minded ironworker. It was tough.
Yeah.
But
I can imagine. So, go ahead, Marcus.
No, I was going to say, just being able, like, whether you're any content creation, podcasting, live streaming, or making videos is an art, because podcast number 1, terrible.
Oh,
163 at least is still terrible, but at least we figured out the sound.
Yeah, like we polished the turd.
We're hanging
for
in
sure.
there now.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, we polished the turd. I like that.
Okay, so now that you figured out how to make the videos, what kind of videos do you specialize in?
Well,
or like focus on?
When I started playing Destiny 1, there was a channel called Planet Destiny.
Okay,
They have a podcast.
They still do. Yeah. I mean, they're much smaller than they were, unfortunately, because there's still a lot of great people working for Planet Destiny. But like they would do like the weapon reviews because everything was brand new. You know,
Yeah.
nobody knew what this gun did or what this armor piece was actually doing for them. And they were the ones that were filling you in on all that stuff. I mean, they had very concise reviews on weapons and exotics, and then there was kind of like a lapse for those type of videos. I was like, those are the type of videos I really enjoyed when I started playing. I want to kind of pick that up and carry the torch forward.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, I'll compare it a little bit to us. Hazel and Gator, they're the hosts of the Guardian Down podcast. They're a Destiny podcast. Great friends of ours.
Yeah.
They're awesome people. They do community questions, and they gave us the idea for us to end up doing the working class questions.
Yeah,
because
our community.
like
Absolutely.
they get 20 something voicemails a week. They get so many questions asked every week, and I was like, oh my God, we got to do that because it like connects the community to you. So we get
Yes.
it. What would you say your favorite video game of all time is?
Whew, that is tough because my video gaming career kind of came in sections. Like I started out Dragon Warrior 4 for NES. It's Dragon Quest now. They rebranded the series.
Okay.
But when I was like 8 or 9 years old, it was like the first JRPG I ever played. Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Then in my junior high, early high school years, it was Ocarina of Time.
I fucking love that game.
Dragon Warrior 4.
Love it. Anyways,
Way back.
wait,
when.
did you say Ocarina of Time?
Yep.
Great game.
That's an amazing game.
No doubt. No doubt. And then
That fucking game is so good. Nick, you ever want to get me a gift that I will appreciate? Buy me that game for the NES. You ever see Dragon Warrior 4?
oh my God, if you could find a copy of that under like $300 anymore,
I know, I'm looking at it and it's like $150, $200. It's like, Jesus.
not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. If it has all the maps and like the weapon charts that came with it back then.
Wow.
I wish I would have framed
have-
those and hung them on my wall, you know?
Yeah, if you can find a complete game, like not just the disc,
Yeah,
or,
just the cartridge
Yeah.
is reasonable, but everything else is a lot.
yeah,
Oh my God,
$345.
$400 for the complete set, and it's all worn and wrinkled and everything.
Yeah.
No doubt.
If you search for like a graded one, I'm sure it's thousands. Just put graded.
I'm curious.
They don't even have any sealed.
They don't even, yeah.
Don't even exist
this
anymore.
This one's opened, but it's clearly
Yeah,
not
but that's
good quality. And it's
No, it's good.
$500.
Yeah, it's that. But like, I'm sure somebody has a brand new one that's sealed.
Yeah, it's
never
gonna
been open. It's graded.
it's gonna go to
Gotta be found.
auction in 20 years and sell for $2 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But now in my adult gaming career, the game that got me back into video games was Battlefield 3.
Okay. Battlefield 3 was good.
Game.
Yeah.
That was like the turn of the graphics too, where like
Yep.
you saw how dope Frostbite was.
Yeah.
Because like Frostbite changed with Battlefield Bad Company 2, but when it went to
was
Battlefield
pretty
3,
good.
you were like,
Yep.
whoa, what is and you're playing Call of Duty now with the same engine that they were using in 1999.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I remember actually Battlefield 3 was when I was like, yeah, we played Bad Company 2, whatever that Call of Duty was. I think Black Ops or Black Ops 2, something
Yeah.
like that, in that
Mhm.
rough
Yeah.
time frame. And then I remember seeing the trailers for Battlefield 3 and being like, whoa. Like,
Dude,
all of
the
our paintball buddies, like, we have to play this.
Yeah, dude, in the M4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It looked perfect.
It looked perfect in the way it shot. Oh my god.
And the
Nostalgia.
jets.
We're going down nostalgia train when we're trying to talk.
I know. Sorry.
But I no, I kind
Okay.
of dodged the question there. Favorite video game?
No, but we like hearing about the stages too. It's part of the
Destiny
question.
2 is without a doubt the game I've logged the most hours on and committed the
Okay.
most time to.
But that doesn't mean it's your favorite.
That's true. That's true.
So I'll just say mine real quick. Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game. Like forever I said Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but like whenever I think of my favorite game, that's the first game that pops into my head because I remember when that game ended, I was sad. I didn't play games for weeks because I was so sad that game ended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I probably logged the most hours in Star Wars The Old Republic, and I love the game, but that's not my favorite game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were to rate my favorite by just kind of like my heartfelt reaction at the end of it, I would say Witcher 3 when I got the bad ending.
Oh
and
boy.
I didn't understand why, and I was just like broken for like a day. I was like, what did I do wrong? Like,
Right.
why did this happen to me?
Rip that guy.
I know.
No doubt. And
that is why I keep doing like a new save every time. So now I have like these hundreds of saves. I can pick a spot. Like, all right, here's where I went wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna correct it from here. We're gonna do it right.
but
Rewind.
Yeah, but what if you have to go back like 6 hours?
Probably 60.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is it worth it to go back 60 hours?
Why not?
If you don't have to feel like I felt, yes.
Yeah, if I go, I'm telling you right now, if I go through and I get the bad ending, I am 100% going back and redoing.
Wow.
Yeah, that
maybe not from the start, but
Final Fantasy 9 got me too.
So
I think that was the last one released on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm not a JRPG guy besides Pokemon back in the day, but I can understand.
Yeah.
So that kind of
I appreciate it as like art, but it's not my favorite flavor, if that makes sense.
It's how I learned. It's how I was learning to read when I was a kid. So
Oh, no kidding.
got a special place. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I was 4 when the original Dragon Warrior came out.
Wow.
And I started playing it. My mom's like, "You can understand the words on the screen?" I was like, "Yeah."
Kinda. Oh, that's cool.
Because it was all text based back then, you know. It wasn't...
Yeah, of course. Coming across the screen.
Yep.
Mashing A to have it like load faster.
Yeah, I don't want to read this.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Warrior 4. I loved Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy 7 is probably my favorite JRPG of all time.
Okay.
Fantastic game.
I think that's a popular opinion.
Well,
right?
PlayStation 1, but like,
Yeah.
it's because me and Rick G played it for like 90 hours straight. But my point is,
Just pizza and
I
Mountain
think this, you're kind of answering it, but it's kind of a good question to ask. Would you consider yourself a PC gamer or a console gamer? Console? Yeah, I said it right.
Now PC, but shit, you know, it kind of bounced back and forth because I remember playing Quake when I was like in 9th grade, dialing up the GameSpy on like my 56K connection and playing Quake in like 16 versus 16 lobbies and absolutely loving it. And then I shelved it and went back to console for a while and
Yep. Quake.
So
that was one of the
PC
original.
gamer now for sure. But
Yeah, of course.
What console do you own?
I own PlayStation 4 and a
Nice.
Nintendo Wii that's been packed up for a little while that we break out every now and again.
Yeah. I have a Switch, a PS4, and a PC, obviously. I will be getting a PS5 though.
Yeah.
You can get them for MSRP sometimes now.
Really?
All you have to, the best way to do it, believe it or not, is go to GameStop, Amazon, and there's one other one. Maybe it's Target, where you just fill out the request for an invitation, and they'll
even. I've seen people posting on Reddit and stuff that they've been like walking in the store and there's 8 on the shelf.
How long have they been out now? Year and a half?
A while.
And they're now like finally coming into like regular stock in some stores?
Sometime. Well, that's what I saw.
I've never seen one in a store except like Black Friday.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, I've seen them. That's what I was saying is people saw them actually in stock in a store. They were locked in the case, but they were like, "Oh my god, there's 4 right there." I can just flag an associate and pick one up.
That's
which
mean,
is unheard of. But
I get
Yeah,
it because there's a chip shortage, but like, just to
Not
think back
anymore.
like 10, 15 years ago to be like, you can't buy this console that you want. It's like, what?
yeah.
So
You
the
know?
guy
but
at
not really.
the guy at the manager at the local GameStop said to me that it's not a chip shortage. PlayStation is taking the reins of Nintendo and spiking it to 1,000. There's not a shortage. They're keeping the demand ridiculously high.
They're withholding.
Well, to keep it ridiculously high so that it stretches the life of the console out. Where Xbox Series X's are everywhere. And as soon as World of Warcraft is on Xbox, good night, PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't think it'll kill it.
Very soon,
the
it's
PlayStation exclusives keep it alive.
For now, dude.
God of War, or the Horizon series, Spider-Man.
Dude, when you get some of the biggest titles that are going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC, and that's where Sony, I think, is losing. If they release their games on PC day one, just like they do on the console, they would be fine, but they don't because they need to sell the systems.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So speaking of favorites here, since we went through games, what do you think your favorite video that you've ever made is?
Favorite video? My best performing video was one about a heavy machine gun buff, like a year ago. And I never thought people were going to take to it. I was just kind of like throwing it out there as like machine guns got buffed by 20% and this is the damage they're doing. And like people just like flocked to it. And they're like, you're the only one who's covered this. And I was like, really? So it made me a lot of views and some money. And I guess I'm very appreciative for that video, but I made a video with Vex Mythoclast maybe 2 weeks ago. I called it Stacked. But that was the most fun I ever had making a video.
We're cutting that part out because that gun is not allowed to be mentioned on this podcast.
Oh my God.
38 runs and I still don't have one.
Don't worry, like 80 more, you'll get it.
Fuck. No,
I mean, not everyone's going to get it on their first run.
Or your 38th, like Marcus.
Did you end up getting it finally?
No.
Okay, you're on your 38th to be continued.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that gun. You know what bothered me the most is we farmed it an entire night. It was all on stream. 6 people in a raid. 3 people don't have it. 3 people have it. The 3 people who have it all got it again.
Wow.
Yeah, that's. I feel for you.
That's what you call a kick in the pecker.
Yep.
But I guess making videos is not easy, right? At all.
How long is your editing time like?
Start to finish for me to produce one of like my full length weapon reviews, about 20 hours.
Whoa.
Okay. That is a lot.
Yeah, it's
a lot to squeeze in with a
I can't say I'm the most efficient editor in the world, but I mean, I do my best, and yeah, probably 20 hours of work time.
Damn.
But that's okay. So if you're doing 2 of those a week, I'm just saying
that's a whole
that's 40 hours. There's no time for you to stream.
No,
you know what I mean? Like that's
not.
what I'm saying. So it's like that. It's that balance. And what's nice too is you're just sitting in you could be wearing no pants like you're flying an X-Wing. You know what I mean? and nobody would know because you're just producing the best quality video.
Yeah.
But this is a 2-parter for me. What drew you to Destiny 2 videos, or did you ever make any other type of videos about a different game?
I never made any other type of videos. Like I started with Destiny 2, and a lot of like the YouTube, help creators that I would turn to basically said it's channel suicide to start another video early or start another branch into another game early on. It's just like,
yeah.
I love Destiny 2. I have no reason to look elsewhere to start other videos. So I'm just,
It makes sense.
I just figured I'd stick with that for now.
Have you ever done a gun review on the Osteostriga?
Yes, I have.
What about the Huckleberry?
Yep. It was
All right,
only a PvP review with the Huckleberry.
Ooh, sounds like I will give you the video footage of the PvE because that thing murders. You just hold the trigger down when there's a big group of people and you never run out of bullets. It's like the ultimate pray and spray gun because it auto reloads every kill.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Auto reloads.
And
That's awesome.
You don't even need to aim because
Huckleberry has Rampage on it. And
Yes.
every other weapon with Rampage got knocked down to the 10, 20, 30% damage increase. Huckleberry still has the 20, 40, 60.
Ooh.
So yeah, you're doing 60% more damage for killing 3 red bar enemies. It's
and
good.
it doesn't
It's real
run out
good.
of ammo.
Yep.
0 ammo.
Wow.
It's the best. People say it's amazing in PvP. I wouldn't, that's not my PvP gun. In PvE, that shit is amazing, especially in like a dungeon or dungeon raid,
Whatever.
strike where there's a lot of enemies. It just murders everything.
Yeah, because you auto reload per kill, and then you get more damage per kill too.
The best part about it was a year ago, primary weapons did not have infinite ammo. So, and 750 SMGs had very bad ammo reserves. So you'd run out of bullets just holding the trigger down. Right. You'd be killing everything in sight and you'd be like, I got no bullets left. But now it's just like you go on a spree till all the enemies are dead. What a fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, that gun is so good. The only thing I wish that you could do with an exotic is change the colors yourself. Like Space Barbie the guns yourself, or the exotic pieces of armor, like change the appearance of them.
Yeah.
All right. So our next question we ask to every single guest. We have 2 questions that are mandatory. Actually, I'm going to change the order. So, there's only one wrong answer. Okay. Every other answer is completely fine. We're just curious. It does say a lot. It does say a lot about you. So, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh.
Yes.
That's a great answer.
Cookies and cream.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fine.
Yes,
it's not vanilla. It's not the most exciting, but it's classic, solid flavor.
That's one of the cookies and cream is one of the cookies and cream and cookie dough are the 2 most popular.
My
answers
favorite
I
is
say.
vanilla. Like fuck.
I don't mind vanilla ice cream. I mean, I've never had a bad vanilla ice cream. You know,
that's true. Maybe it's freezer burnt.
I'm not a big fan. Listen. If I'm being picky, I'm not a big fan of vanilla bean ice cream. Okay. I like golden vanilla, like classic 1935 vanilla ice cream. You know what I mean? Going into like not vanilla bean.
Yeah.
Like classic.
Like I've had chocolate where I'm like, that's maybe a little much, you know, a little heavy on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like chocolate with chocolate syrup and chocolate chunks. It's like, you're going to want to, but vanilla, like a vanilla is just okay. And I'm always okay with vanilla.
I'm with you.
Who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Chewbacca.
All right.
Great answer. I think it's the first time we've gotten Chewbacca.
No.
Someone else.
Chimeri.
Oh, Chimeri said
Wake up.
Oh, wait a minute. No, Chimeri said Ahsoka.
No, he said Chewbacca.
All right. Well, I think both were mentioned. Fair enough. In my defense,
if you could make any video that you haven't made, but you don't know how to like structure it about Destiny, what would it be?
Ooh. That I don't know how to structure. Can I get back to you on that one?
Sure.
Like,
sure.
I don't even have like a witty, funny answer for that one.
Because I feel like
Lead me along a little bit.
Okay, so like for me, like I would love to be able to stream. Like my stream dream would be to do a day one clear of a raid. Right?
Okay.
Like I would love it. Like I'm not good enough to do it, but like, or even like be a part of like that moment. You know what I mean? Or like for you, is there like a piece of content that you haven't done that you always wanted to do, but every time you go to do it, something else comes up because it's like back burner type stuff, but it's a video you really want to make? Maybe did I say it better that time?
I think the second time you did.
I have an answer. I'd like to make a pure comical video. Like,
okay,
I have some comical elements in my videos, but like I would just like to make like a good-hearted, fun, nothing close to serious type video one day. And I don't know how to do it.
I do. How about this?
It's like I start
you take the footage of me playing PvP and you talk about how not to play PvP and use a lot of rip that guy. Comedy. Like insert comedy.
It's like I'll start a video and try to be like really funny in the intro and to be like, hold on, let me talk about damage numbers and percentages for 5 minutes. Then we'll get back to comedy.
Yeah. Perfect. So what are your goals for the YouTube channel?
Well, I'd like to get 100,000 subscribers, silver play button within my lifetime.
What's a silver play button?
100,000 subscribers. You get a little plaque from YouTube. If I can get that before I'm dead, I think that'd be super cool.
I mean, you're already almost a third of the way there.
And if I can help people and entertain people, I mean, that's really the biggest thing.
Absolutely.
I never even knew that was a thing.
Yeah, you get, what is gold? A million?
Million. Yep.
Yeah. They make a platinum one too. I don't know what that amount is, but.
And I think there's a ruby one too for like $1 billion.
Wow. That's crazy.
Or 500 million or something like that. It's, yeah.
Yeah. Would like 3 people have that?
I think 140 people subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, right.
Long way to go.
Yes. Add a couple zeros.
Yeah.
Well, I think as long your content is wholesome, it's informational, so people love it, and nobody else does it. If you like, for me, I know. Okay, I'll give an example for me. What I've liked about your videos that I've seen, and I've only been around your channel for a month or so, is that I don't know what God rolls are. Everybody tells me to go to.
They don't exist.
Well, they do. My Secession sniper rifle is a God roll. That thing murders. But again, I go to Light GG and they're like, "Oh, this is an S tier, which is the God roll supposedly." But then I use it and like another version of it that I have, I actually like better. So like it's hard. So my vault has 30 guns of the same thing because I have no idea what to delete. But the other thing is I'm never going to use the gun, but I never delete it.
I've always said the God roll is the roll that works best for you.
But I don't know.
And your situation, whether you're taking the PvE, PvP, what feels good. It's a term I rarely ever use in my videos. I hate the word God roll because I feel like it's going to vary from person to person.
That makes a lot of sense. All right. So what is your favorite YouTube moment that you've had? Or moment in your content creation?
And
it could be
anything.
Anything. A piece, your favorite weapon?
I think
favorite video?
Probably the first video I ever released. Because it was just, I mean, there was no real motivation behind it than to help my one buddy who was bad at PvP. I mean, that was, I just want to make this video to kind of give this guy a reminder of what he should be doing when, he just went 0-20 in the Crucible match.
Damn.
Okay, so because I didn't get the answer I expected, what did it feel like for you when you finally got notified that you can be monetized on YouTube?
It was exciting. It was very exciting because I hit my subscriber 10 or 1,000 subscribers, and then it was a month later, and I was at work when I got the email that you've hit your 4,000 watch time hours, and I was like, I told my buddies at work, I'm like, hey, I'm monetized on YouTube, and they're like,
whatever.
Okay,
what's YouTube?
Yeah, and I'm like, I hate
what do you mean
guys.
make videos? Yeah, what do you mean make videos on YouTube? You try to tell people you do something like that, they just don't.
Yeah,
get it.
then I came home and my wife and kid were all excited, so I'm like, all right, somebody supports what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's the validation.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, you ready? It's time for
Working class questions.
Let's jump right into it.
We
I'll
need
go.
like a music cue or something.
That means that's one more thing we have to edit into the podcast.
Never mind. It's gonna be me saying working class questions. So first things first, Marcus, you want to go first?
I do want to go first. Okay. Atrax asks, what historical disaster do you think would be the most traumatic to be a survivor of? Example, Pompeii, Titanic, hurricanes, earthquakes, exploding oil rigs, etc.
I mean, I have an answer, but I don't want to go first.
I'll go first.
All right. Let's hear it.
The dropping of the nuclear bomb.
Ooh,
Like,
that would be terrible.
It's a historical disaster. I mean, that would be terrible. I mean, because even if you survived it,
the radiation. I feel like it'd be way better to just get melted right away than to get the radiation poisoning and die over like a month.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mine would be
good call. I like yours better than mine now.
Mine would be the Civil War.
Okay.
Because there was two types of people. The country was divided. They were fighting over everything. And to come out of that, you have to feel like you just got the big W. Whatever side you were on, like the fighting stops. And I feel like the tension in our country right now across the board, and I'm not even talking political stuff, I'm just saying in general, like people are we're tense, like 2 years of COVID, like everybody is just on fucking edge.
Yeah.
So for me, my historical disaster I'd like to survive through and see what comes after would be the Civil War.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be similar tension.
Yeah.
To now.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say Pompeii, and I was gonna take it literally because like if you survive that pyroclastic flow and everything's in ash, and you just inhaled ash, and you somehow like made it out of there, like everybody around you is dead, and everything you know and own is burnt.
Yeah, your whole world is gone.
Your whole world is erased, and you're probably very hurt and like charred a little bit too. And now somehow you survive. That sounds awful. So that's what I was gonna say. It was Pompeii, but that's interesting. Well, Emery says some more wholesome questions. And they're broken down per person, but I think we can all kind of answer.
We're all going to answer it.
We're all going to answer each one. So Emery's Gaming says, if you pick...
Who is this one for?
This was for you, Marcus.
Okay, so I have to go first.
Okay. If you can pick one memory from your family that you think about all the time and love, what is it?
Oh, fuck. So there's two. I have to give two.
Okay.
Fuck.
I have a few.
Two.
Okay. No crying.
Oh, fuck. This one's hard. So when I was a little kid, like my kid's age,
okay,
there's a reservoir near us, and my grandma used to rent a house on the water every year for a week.
Okay.
My uncles would go. My mom would go. Everybody would bring their boats. Now, I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think I was 5 or 6. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like I was a little kid. Like Nick wasn't even a sperm at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I was a little kid. And I'll never forget, I woke up in the morning, and it was the first night we woke up in the house we rented for vacation.
Yeah.
And my grandma and my mom always had a tradition. When you go on vacation, you get a new toy for vacation.
Okay.
So you're not always asking to go to like, if there's a store you go to ask for something. So like,
like you go, you have the new thing and you enjoy that for the week or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll never fucking forget. I got a Leonardo Ninja Turtle.
Oh, nice.
No shit.
And I woke up and my grandma got me it.
Yeah.
And I will never forget that day in my life. Of course, I don't have the toy. I probably fucking broke it.
Right.
Because I was an animal.
Well, I'm glad the apple didn't fall far with your kids.
Yeah. That's like childhood memory.
Yeah.
Adult memory. Honestly, it was last year, 2 years ago. I can't remember. It was just myself, Carrie, and the kids. We were in Cape Cod and we rented this dope ass house and it was just us. And we were just sitting outside on the patio. The kids were playing with this, like, have you ever seen like the life-size Connect 4?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
The giant dinner plate connects.
Right.
Yeah.
And my wife and I were just sitting on this beautiful patio furniture. In that moment, it was just myself and my family. Like, I'm sounding selfish when I say it, but like, it was just me and my family. There was no phone calls. There was no work. There was no bullshit.
Those moments are rare.
Yes.
Yeah.
They really are.
Like, it was just us sitting there, and I'll never, ever forget that because, like, I don't ever get just that where it's just my 4-pack. You know what I mean? Like, I love my dogs, but, like, my dogs aren't there. It's just the 4-pack of us.
Yeah.
And, like, I won't ever get that moment again. Like, we might be together, but it won't be that moment. And I don't know what it was about that moment, but that moment still to this day makes me feel so good.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Nick, I'm calling you for number 2.
Oh man. I honestly, it's tough to pick. I have a few cool moments, you know, like, I mean, graduating college would be pretty cool as a moment. That was weird. Well, because I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but I failed out and then had to take classes that weren't going to count towards anything to like make my GPA come up. And then I came back and finally did finish. So being able to like finish the redemption arc, if this was like a story, was pretty cool.
I think we talked about you graduating college, and I said the word of the year was perseverance.
Yeah,
because Nick failed and persevered and just fucking put his nose to the ground and got it done.
Hard work pays off.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I think that it was weird, like, because I'd gone through like so much self-doubt in that process that even when I was actually graduating, walking, and getting the degree and stuff, I was like, yeah, but I don't have the degree in my hand yet, because they just give you like an envelope and then they mail it to you for real, because they're still grading tests and stuff at the ceremony. But like, so it was weird because you're going through like I don't know, I didn't believe it almost. So like, that graduation moment started the process of me like being able to accept that I did it. You know, I got the redemption.
Yeah, you got it. You can move forward.
Right. And then I found, you get the thing in the mail. It's like, okay, no one can take this away from me.
Yeah, here we go.
I hit the life checkpoint, you know? So that was pretty awesome. I think if I'm picking one moment, that's probably a good one, because I don't know of like I mean, I have lots of like, I'm thankful enough to have like a lot. That's not true. I got a few sports moments. Like, I'll never forget, I went to the AFC Championship game for the Patriots. I think it was on the road to their 2004 Super Bowl or 2003 Super Bowl. The one they played the Panthers, so Carolina. So I think it was the 2004 Super Bowl. I'm 8 years old. My dad got tickets somehow through some connection.
Whatever.
And it's like, we're sitting in the third row and I'm 8. So like, I'm so little that like I have to stand on the seat to see in like the field. And I mean, I think I've told the story before, but like, it's freezing. This is January. It's AFC Championship game, and my dad's like, all right, well, I can't not bring my son, but like, I have to prep him because it's like so cold that it's late January snowing.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing like regular socks, wool socks, snow boots, like sweatpants.
You look like the kid from Christmas Story.
Exactly. I've got like 4 layers on, like, and everything. I think I had like 4 hot chocolates during the course of the game or something. I'm like, can barely move. And that, yeah, and it was awesome. That was an incredible memory. I remember seeing Brady like throw a touchdown pass right in front of us. It was in the snow. It was awesome. They beat the Colts. Fuck Peyton Manning. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. What about you, Ironworker?
I forgot the question. What was the question again?
Oh, sorry. So
If you can pick one memory from your family that you think about all the time and love, what is it?
Okay, well, I come from a long lineage of serious golfers.
okay.
And growing up, I wanted to play basketball because I was, at the time, short, white, and couldn't jump, so it was a natural fit. But now my dad would have dumped every dollar he had into me playing golf. And my kid just started picking up the golf club earlier this year. Like, seriously. Like, I'd take her to the driving range before, but she got into it this year. And my dad took her golfing yesterday. And he goes, Tim? Well, I'm Tim.
Okay, hey, Tim.
Yeah.
He says, your kid has the exact same swing you did when you were younger. She says, she is aggressive and she is violent and she hits the ball a long way. So I was like, huh. I mean, I passed that on to her naturally. I don't know. I just something cool about that.
That is wicked cool. I get you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that was like a proud dad moment, you know, like.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to like see that sense of pride in in your kid. I get it. So Emery's also asked, this one's for me. What is your craziest paintball memory? And this, I don't think Emery's realizes this is applicable to Marcus too. So I still play paintball, but I have 2 that I can think of at the top of my head. Well, one, I wasn't playing, but it was a crazy memory that I think back on. So like paintball is, like other sports, you can do crazy stuff like in short periods of time. It's really hard to do that. So my freshman year at UConn, we were in the national championship tournament. We're in the semifinals against Temple. And now Temple is in our conference, meaning we'd played them in 2 other tournaments already. We already played them 4 times or 3, a couple times already.
Wait, was this collegiate paintball?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
I didn't know that was a thing. Be honest with you. Okay.
Yeah, actually,
that's cool.
My college paintball marker is on the wall behind me. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but I retired it officially this year. But so we're playing in the semifinals against Temple, and we were friends with Temple, and we were like sharing strategies and stuff and helping each other through the tournament. And then we realized we make Sunday, which is the playoff portion of the tournament, and we're both like, oh crap, we're gonna end up playing each other, so we're not talking to each other now. But we play Temple in the semifinals. At the time, the matches were 2 10-minute halves, which is a lot of paintball. But first half ends at the tie. Second half is going along, and we're down by 3 points. So I think the score is like, I don't know, 5-2 or something like that. Long story short, there's 2 minutes left of a 20-minute match, which is, right at the end. And we end up scoring 3 points in 2 and a minute and a half. To tie. No, we were down by 2. Sorry. So we took the lead with the last 2 minutes to go, and it was crazy. The announcers were going crazy. The fans were going crazy. We were going crazy. We ended up winning the match, and we go to the finals and get absolutely blown out. But still. Yeah, I think the score of the finals was like 14-3 or something crazy. But yeah, it was, so going through that was awesome. And then recently in a tournament, I had a 4, so it's 5v5 is the standard paintball point, but I had a 4-pack and I did it all in a run through. So like, meaning I ran by and shot 4 people in a tournament, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then hit the buzzer. Yeah, that was awesome. That was the last OPS I did that against a local team, Apex, that we always are kind of rivaled with. So I bunkered one guy, turned my gun, the other guy who was looking the other way, shot at the next guy in the back, and just ran down the field, and I shot somebody in the corner, and then somebody was at the home, and I picked the correct side to run by them and shot them in the back, and then I hit the buzzer with like 10 seconds left. It was awesome.
That sounds cool.
It was that was like cool. A very selfish moment.
I like it though. I'm kind of excited just hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So for me, I was coming off. So the first time I ever played tournament paintball.
Yep.
For the first season, we went winless.
Was that NEXL?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last event, nobody from the team but 5 people showed up.
Oh boy.
You need 7 to really run a team, but we fucking did it. We were exhausted, and we just ran it with 5 people. Like other teams felt like, holy fuck, they're going for it. They were helping us pod. They were doing everything. That next season, we came back and we took second at one of the events, and that has to be one of the best moments ever, because like you come back from being winless and to put a squad together and you come back and take second. Like there was no chance we were going to win it because the team was just too good.
Right.
Who did you play? Do you remember?
Preferred Mob.
Oh yeah, no, they went. Yeah.
But like doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The point was coming out of Perseverance.
Yeah.
You come back and you just grind and you get a W.
You probably played against Calvin actually.
Oh, I did, probably. So, Ironworker, we're going to put this into your world. What's your craziest golf memory?
Yes.
Okay, I shot a 67 after not shooting sub 90 all year. And it was in the Building Trades golf tournament.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because you had to flaunt it. You got to be like, you got to show these other fucking workers what's up.
Yeah, I mean it was carpenters, laborers, electricians, pipe fitters, I mean every trade in the area was there, and I was one of 4 Ironworker representatives, and the other 3 were playing from the senior tees, so I was the only one in my division.
Now that's the 60s.
67.
Oh, sorry, 67 with no handicap.
No handicap.
Damn.
5 under. And
That's
it was on a course that I hate.
Of course.
I'm 6'4". I hit the ball a long way. Not always straight though.
Yeah.
And the course we're playing on is like 18 holes of like ball placement. Like you got to hit the ball like 210 yards in this spot. If you hit it 215, you're going in the creek. And I had the round of my life and brought the title home for the Ironworkers. It was cool.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Emrys asks for the guest.
For you,
Ironworker.
Ooh.
What was your earliest video game memory?
Oh boy. This is gonna date me.
Go for it. Well, you already did with
Pac-Man. I remember playing Pac-Man on the Atari 2600.
Damn.
Yep. And that was probably 86, maybe? 85, 86. That was 2 or 3.
What about you, Nick?
My earliest, I mean, I was just thinking about it. It's got to be either one of the games that my dad was playing on the computer when, like, that was in the closet of the guest bedroom when he was taking computer science classes for or a class, I think, over the summer, or like the video game, the arcade in the movie theater in West Springfield. So I remember going to the movies and being like, "Oh, let's hit the arcade." Like we go early to go to the arcade, and there was like that Star Wars cabinet with the joystick in the seat.
I'm sure there's earlier memories, but mine is also the arcade for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It wasn't Turtles in Time, but it was like a stand-up arcade, and that defined my childhood.
Yeah,
like it's not my earliest video game memory, but that defined my childhood.
Did you ever remember the Dragon's Lair arcade game?
That was before my time.
It was like in like the dome shaped glass, and it was like 50 cents when every other arcade game was a quarter.
Yeah.
And like you couldn't get on it because there was a line for it.
Yeah, they played that in Stranger Things.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. It's a dope game. Like you should play it. If you can find it or find like a emulator or a handheld. But anyway, all right, I'll move on while you're looking at that.
Okay.
Quinn asks 8-bit or 16-bit music?
I honestly am not familiar enough with the difference. Is Pokemon 8 or 16?
16.
That's what I thought. I'm going to Google some 8-bit music.
So I'll say I love 8-bit, like Metroid.
Is that 8-bit?
You know, yeah, that's
apparently.
8-bit. Yeah,
I didn't realize
Very
it was going to play
simple.
through the speakers, but
well,
I have good hearing.
yeah.
I do not.
I can hear footsteps. I don't know. It probably depends on the track, right?
Well, sure, but like,
I feel like all I know is 16-bit, so I'm going to go with 16-bit.
all right. What about you, Ironworker?
I have to think like 8-bit's very nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Like I think of like MIDI tracks. It's probably 8-bit for the most part, right?
I think so. I mean, like, for me, 8-bit's too old for me to have the nostalgia for it. Which I don't mean to call you guys fossils, but
Well, I
guess.
get it. I get it. All right.
I'm okay with it.
So
I'm okay with
if
it.
I'm looking back in the time machine, like 16-bit music is like the old, like I'm trying to think like Pokemon Yellow and Red and Blue are like the
That's like
oldest-
your childhood memories for.
That's
Yeah.
8-bit.
Yeah.
Oh, is that 8-bit?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then 8-bit.
Yeah.
All right. Then
'Cause
I
then
like 16-bit.
All right.
I like the opposite.
The last one from Quinn. What natural wonder would you love to visit someday?
Ooh. Oh, I got mine. I could go first. All right. So Lake Como in Italy. It's beautiful.
Is that a natural wonder?
Yeah, I mean, it's a. What do you want me to pick? A pyramid?
Well, that's a natural wonder.
Yeah.
Like a place. I don't know if that would be a natural wonder.
I mean,
I'm
it's
not trying to-
natural.
I know, but well, whatever. You pick what you pick.
Like I'm trying to think. The end of Casino Royale is at Lake Como.
No. I understand that. I'm just saying that
Like,
yes,
this
it's
is
beautiful, but that's not a natural wonder. That was man built.
Well, the lake isn't, but yeah, like the architecture around it is. Okay,
Yeah.
fair. I don't know. Circle back. I'll keep thinking.
Okay. What about you, Ironworker?
Does it have to be like a registered national wonder?
No, just natural.
I'd like to go. I'd like to go see Yosemite.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go hang out in Yosemite for a couple days and hike
I don't think
around and
Yeah, that would be really cool and see all the different wildlife and stuff.
yep.
Personally, I don't want to stay too long there because I feel like with my luck, the volcano that's underneath there would explode and the world would end while I'm there, and I'd feel like I did it.
So I have two.
Okay.
First would be the top of Mount Everest.
Oh, that's cool. Good pick. Yeah.
Okay. And then the second would be the Colosseum in Rome.
Okay, that's cool.
But that's not a natural
not-
wonder.
Yeah, you
No,
were talking
I
crap
shit.
about
I
me.
shit about so Everest,
Right.
and then I would say the pyramids.
I
Well,
I
because
have,
it's not natural either. But I get what you're saying.
Well,
I have
no,
one.
that is like yeah.
I have a viewer. I have a viewer that lives in Rome, works in a
Uh-huh.
hotel a quarter mile from the Colosseum.
Wow.
Offered me deep discount rooms.
Whoa, what are you waiting for? Pack up the wife.
Right?
Pack up the kids.
We're going
Assemble.
to Italy.
Iron workers assemble.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Um,
Party.
I think my-
Ironworker party is 16. We're here.
I think my edited answer would probably be the Aurora Borealis, the crazy lights in Northern Lights. That'd be cool
That'd be rad too.
to see that actually happen. Like, it's one thing to see in a picture, but to look up and see it, I'd imagine is way different. Like, because even you can see a picture of the night sky, but if you go outside, and just like stare at it for like
You
30
guys
seconds.
probably get a glimpse of it, like up where you're at, right?
No, you got to go north. Like
further north,
where we live, there's too many lights. You got
Okay.
to go up to like Vermont
Yeah, I
For
mean,
Aurora
like
Borealis,
or New Hampshire.
you can
Lake-
see it that. I don't even think that's far enough.
Lake,
Yeah, you can.
When
When you're standing on like Killington or something,
You can see it.
oh yeah,
Oh, no kidding.
like you can see the green. You can't see it like that,
Yeah,
but like you can like
you can see the green shimmer.
yes.
Yeah,
Shimmer.
I'm basically a couple miles off the shore of Lake Erie, so you can see there's
Okay.
something like happening to the north, but like you don't get the
Yeah.
full effect of it.
Got it. Yeah, I've never seen anything close to it. So, all right. So, Ironworker, let everybody know where they can find you.
Ironworker Gaming on YouTube, Ironworker 814 on Twitter, and Ironworker 814. My Ironworker 814 or Ironworker Gaming on Twitch.
814.
814. All right. Haven't been there in a while.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming on the show. This has been great.
Hey, thank you guys. This was awesome. Really, really appreciate you guys having me on. And yeah, we'll have to get in some gaming time one of these days, huh?
Absolutely.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.